handle the heat. Yeah. You can handle the heat. Yeah. Out of system, you can handle the heat.
BJNC, welcome back to another episode of You Can't Handle the Heat. It's your boy G Swizz, joined by Jokesy.
We're doing it live. What's up, boys?
Mike Amata.
What's up?
So for those viewers outside and for those viewers listening strictly on podcasts, I'm sure you can hear it's a different kind of podcast. We're here in Kansa City, Missouri at National, so if there's a lot of background noise, we apologize. But we decided to do it here at Kansas City in the convention center at 9 a.m. while the games are still going because we're going to be having players. Hopefully, maybe they won't show up at all. We'll see, boys. We invited this to the public, so we want people to come and
We've turned down a huge line.
Yeah, huge line so far. It's been...
Hey, stay back. Stay back.
Please, everybody, please, wait your turn.
And hopefully during the podcast, people will come up. We're going live right now, so if you're watching live, come show some love. But yeah, so hopefully people show up. We'll see where it goes. First thing first, boys. Big news out of the NCAA. NCAA name, likeness, image, all profitable now for NCAA athletes. Now, does that make it high school athletes? We don't know. We want to kind of get into that, delve into that. With the nitty-gritty of it. Joe, take it over from here.
Yeah, so the NIL, name, image, likeness, legislation, I'm sure a lot of people were seeing that the Supreme Court ruled that it was against constitutional right, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah, the Supreme Court came down about 2 weeks ago, and so put a lot of pressure on the NCAA.
How'd they get away with that for so long? How do you say that, like, this is against your a constitutional right? And NCAA has been doing this forever.
Because I feel like there's a lot of cases.
And making a killing.
Because I feel like there's been a lot of cases about it, too.
Why
now?
How have they gotten away with that?
That's just...
I feel like any other company that was breaking a constitutional right as big as the NCAA and as obvious as the NCAA would have gotten called out a lot sooner.
Well, the other thing is a lot of people didn't realize that it was only certain states that are allowed to, or this is in effect for, because I would say about half the states right now have signed this into a law where student athletes can make profits from their name, image, likeness.
But it's all recent. We're looking at it right now. It's all pretty much in the year 2021 or...
There's a lot of states that are voting on it soon, but I would say like California, it's all lit up. We have a map right here, and it's about, I would say about half the states right now you're allowed to. Hawaii still has not passed the law, so for all fans out there, we have a lot of them. That's still not coming into effect, but that's going to be a huge... On the volleyball side, you think about the biggest fan bases on the women's side, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Hawaii. It's going to be a huge event. Literally, like...
It's going to change recruiting. It's going to change everything.
The men's side, the entire Hawaii team can be literally on full rides pretty much, or have everything covered by sponsorship money. Like that's gonna. I feel like that's gonna happen at a school like Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii, BYU, bigger name schools, even UCLA, USC. So they might get some help too.
So so they can't actually get paid. It has to be like a sponsorship. So they have to have something in exchange.
It's not pay to play, which is where it's gonna get dicey because you can even create a company.
That's what we did.
But imagine like an Alabama alumni creates a company and just starts like, oh, I'll sponsor this kid.
Wait,
but it's like the company's not even a real thing. Yeah. He just made it to be able to pay for people's schooling.
So now basically, like you said, like all this schools,
or even more.
So every person on football could have a full ride too, and everything like that.
Well, it wouldn't be classified as a full ride, I don't believe.
But like
it would be, but they would have the income to then be able to pay for their schooling. Does that make sense? Yeah. Or probably more. If you're talking about SEC football, that's the thing. This isn't going to have as big of an effect on volleyball as it is about basketball and football and some of the bigger sports, but it's still going to change the landscape of it because there's going to be a big inequality of schools that are in the limelight being able to put athletes in the position to get sponsorships and views and likes to be able to make money.
So like shoe deals and like endorsements, like for example, if Nike want to go sponsor and Adidas want to go sponsor like a college athlete, they can do that now, yeah?
I believe so.
So what if
it's just an exchange? It has to be some sort of exchange. It's not like you're not signing contracts to play, but it's like some exchange. They can make money off their image, basically.
So basically for the youth level, basically the only thing holding them back from doing stuff like this in the youth up until college was college. Like for example, so they wouldn't allow to do this. So now they can do this to the youth. Like they can sign a 13-year-old to all this stuff too.
That's what we were just talking about. Maybe we need to get more into it, but because name, image, and likeness to me, I think about it as like the name on the back of your jersey. Like now, jersey sales, you're gonna get part of that money. Signing stuff, you could sign an autographed ball or like all that kind of stuff as well.
Wait, so
I don't think about it as much as like Nike signing them, but I think that they can do that, right, Joe?
Yeah. Well, I looked at it more from like the volleyball perspective. Obviously, you look at like major SEC and Power 5 conference football teams. It's just going to be like it's professional athletes at this point. These guys are going to be signing like multi-million-dollar deals with these companies.
Yeah.
But on the volleyball side, I think it's gonna change the land. I don't know if it'll change the landscape, but it'll just make the rich
the big
richer.
colleges.
Yeah, the rich will just get richer at this point.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
So let's say if I'm still in Hawaii, right, and I decide to go, if my jersey then goes in the bookstore and they're selling it, are they inclined to then give me the money for that, or is it an option for them to give me the money?
That's a really good question.
Well, now you can sue them. Now that it's allowed, now you could go and an athlete could sue them because you're using my name.
Yeah. But also, something that I read is that you can have people managing. So I think the big players are going to have managers that are dealing with these business kind of things, dealing with the NCAA, dealing with their own colleges, or like it's gonna be professionalized.
Are they called?
It's gonna be a whole other department in the athletic program. Like you're gonna have a team literally just dedicated to this, just putting together these like these offers.
Yeah, managing these kinds of things.
Like if you do it well, it's just like program changing. You like separate yourself. Like I said, Hawaii men's volleyball, literally the entire team could be everything paid for if they do it right with the companies in Hawaii that are willing to give money to the program, the type of money they're willing to give to the program. BYU. Even UCLA, I'm sure will have some people. The connections they have there.
Yeah.
Like programs like that. But for sure, like I said, the rich are going to get richer. And it's still like fairly new. We were just talking to some college coaches here this morning, actually. And they were saying there's some meetings going on because they're not even clear on exactly what this means. And they need to figure out how the landscape's changing now and what they're allowed to do, what they're allowed to offer, what kids are allowed to take, stuff like that. So it's a little different, but I'm sure you'll find out more over the next couple of weeks. The NCAA obviously is not too fired up about it because they've been holding off on this for a while, and finally, like the government had to step in before anything happened here.
We actually got some people reaching out to us. Joe said.
Yeah. So we're gonna be talking about it here out of system. We want to get involved in it now that it's allowed. We want to get involved with athletes, collegiate athletes, get them on here. Figure out ways to promote our brand while also helping out collegiate athletes get through school. So we're going to be talking about that. Definitely, if you're a collegiate athlete who listens to this, hit us up. We've already been getting a lot of DMs asking for us to speak to them about potential whatever, sponsorship, whatever it's going to look. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to be talking about it. Reach out to us and we'll see.
Absolutely. And don't be shy. Like I said, we want to cover all bases. So doesn't matter where you are, reach out to us. We'd love to have the conversation. We're in the middle of the process right now. But we got some boys here that actually want to come on the podcast. Come on down. Come here. On the other side. Here, take my spot. So all you got to do is sit down right here. Go for it.
What am I doing?
Lead it. So here's the mic right here. First off, my man, say your name.
Stefan Bilk.
Stefan, where do you play?
I'm an opposite for Yorktown Volleyball Club.
Okay, you got any questions for us by chance?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys about your recruiting processes, like to where you going and how you decided to do it.
I think Joe has a really interesting one.
I think all of us have different stories. I think all three of us have different stories. So for us, the biggest thing is that we, like right after our junior year, I think all the stuff has changed, like dates-wise and when coaches are allowed to talk to you now.
Yeah.
But coaches came up to us after our junior year nationals, and you set up pretty much like you get 5 official visits in volleyball, so you get to choose between 5 schools.
You can choose between more than 5, but you get 5 official visits.
You get 5 official visits, right.
Right.
So
and that's a visit that they pay for. You usually go for a day or 2 days. I think it's 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days. Yeah, it's 48 hours.
Yeah.
You get 48 hours. And then I went on 4 visits to Pepperdine, Ohio State, UCLA, Hawaii. And then from there, it was kind of different because like 3 of the schools were recruiting me as a libero. 1 school was recruiting me as like a true setter. And so that was what the debate was. So if I wanted to go play libero or go set. And so I ended up choosing to go set. And that was probably the best decision I ever made. So I don't know, Micah.
Yeah, I was basically choosing. It came down to Stanford, USC, UCLA, and Hawaii. I took official visits to USC and UCLA, and then from there, it was just a lot of it comes down to finances for a lot of people. Because on your official visits, normally is when they kind of let you know how much they're willing to give you, and then from there, you can make a better decision, because that's, at least for my case, was probably the biggest part of my decision. So after I heard what they had offered me, then sit down with my dad and figure out what's best.
What about you? What's the recruiting process like for you right now?
Just emailing coaches and telling them to come and watch me on my court, pretty much. I'm entering my junior year,
Right.
so I just started that.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool so far.
What colleges are? What's your dream college?
Hawaii. 100%.
Really?
Hey, good man.
It's a good
Go
choice.
Boyz.
It's a good choice.
You in contact with him right now?
Yeah.
Good man. Hey, give a shout out to Coach Walker if he's listening. What court are you on?
16, I think.
Court 16.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Not really. Just who runs the Instagram?
So that's a good question. We get that question a lot, actually. So what happens is right now, we have a media person, Fane. I'm sure you've seen
He's
her
on
in our
Instagram
videos,
right
and
now.
also, well, right now Jake is. Who runs the DMs? Or
Yeah.
So what happens is usually we take turns sometimes. So we usually send a video message, so it's pretty obvious who's doing it then. But it can change, and you can probably tell by the person who's answering it.
Yeah.
Or if someone's like, "Hey, tell Joe," or whatever, or tell Micah or tell Gage, then we have them answer it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if it's like a really, really specified question, we have that person answer it. But then if not, then it's kind of up. But we've been getting a lot of DMs. We still got to go through them again. We have to go through like hundreds each day. It's kind of crazy here. But we love the support and love. But that's basically it. How come? Why do you ask?
Because I DM'd you guys a couple times and you respond, so I wanted.
We
I just
didn't
wanted to
respond?
know- No, you responded.
Oh, thank God.
So, yeah,
Jeez. You're
I
on
wanted
the
to know-
podcast.
I just wanted to know who I was talking to.
I DM'd you 10 times and nobody.
You could have
ever
literally
answered.
responded. You could have talked to all of us. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Or at all. Well, Sivan, thank you so much for hopping
Yeah, no
on, man.
problem.
Hey, good luck today, man.
Yeah, thank you.
with
Good
the
luck
process
today.
and everything.
Good luck, boss.
Keep DMing us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers, my
my
man.
So, that was our first guest.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on our entrance
Our
into
experience in Kansas City.
Kansas City. Joe, you want to go ahead and take this away for a little?
Bro, Micah tells this story the best. I'll tell the intro, but once we get into it, I want Micah to finish it off here.
Well, Jay, you should show.
So,
Tell me how we got the hotel.
Yeah.
So like last minute, we knew we were coming to. We found out just recently that we're coming to Kansas City. To be honest, like we always were planning on it, but we didn't like get the confirmation from USA Volleyball. Shout out to the we'll throw the picture up here. The CEO of USA Volleyball, he hooked us up. Jamie Davis, that was huge. Getting us in here and getting us a booth, that was sweet. And so we didn't know till like 2 weeks ago that we got confirmed to come. So it's like a last minute hotel kind of booking. I mean, not last minute, but later for nationals because these hotels fill up super fast. We went and showed up 2 nights ago to a La Quinta Inn in North Kansas, and we pull up
North Kansas City.
North
It's still in
North
Missouri.
Kansas City, yeah. And we pulled up to the hotel, and right away, like we just got vibes that it was a little sketchy. I don't know, it was a little.
The guy asked for jumper cables in the
Yeah,
parking
that's
lot.
right. We pull up, a guy asked us for jumper cables. It just looked really. The lighting was all funky.
Oh yeah, it was super dark parking lot. Nothing was lit up at all. We go in, and me and Jake, our cameraman, our first 2 guys in there, Gage and Joe are back at the car. We walk down the aisle or the hallway to our room, and there's like trash in the hallway. There's also leaves in the hallway, which I don't know how you get leaves in a freaking hotel. Like, it's not an outdoor hotel. Like, this is a full-blown indoor hotel, and there's leaves. And Jake's looking at me like, well, how are they getting leaves in here? Anyway, so we get in. We open up the room. Jake is a big sports fan, so he turns on the TV. The Clippers game is supposed to be on. The Clippers game is like pausing in and out. The audio's in and out. The screen just goes black. And Jake's pissed. So immediately we're like, all right, we're going to go watch the Clippers game. We'll be back and we'll deal with all this stuff later. So we go, we watch the Clippers game. We come back. I hop on the bed, and there's a substance.
What was it?
It's a white sticky substance.
White
Do you think-
sticky
Do
substance.
you think it was semen?
Yes. Yeah.
Joe's convinced it is. I didn't look at it after I jumped in it.
Yes, you did. We
Not
all,
after I jumped in it.
We all were pretty convinced.
I sent you to go look at it. I just jumped in. I was like, whoa, what is that? And it was clearly, I think, what they think it is. And it was big and wet. It's like it happened
It's a fresh one.
like it happened the second before we got in there. Like, because normally I feel like that stuff dries or something. It's got to.
And then what?
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
So clearly it's not going very well. So I go to the front desk and I ask, hey, like, is it possible for you guys to change our seats? And the lady's on her phone, like watching some movie or something, and she just straight up tells me no. And I'm like pretty confused. I'm like, no, like, sorry, I don't think you understand. Like, we just got here and our sheets are dirty. And she's like, no, too late. I'm like, too late? We just got here and there's a big white stain in the middle of my bed. I need new sheets. And so she continues to tell me that they're not going to change it and that they don't have anybody that's working that is like free to go change the sheets. Meanwhile, she's been watching a movie this entire time. Then the manager comes out, is like, what's the problem? Like, there's a big white stain on our sheets.
It's
sticky. It's wet. And I sat in it. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. So she goes and changes it. Also, Joe's already pissed because, Joe, tell them about what they did to...
So last week I called them, I told them we were having a big shipment of merch coming in, and they say, yeah, totally fine, we'll pick it up, we'll hold it for you guys. I'm like, sweet, all right. So I send in the order. I told them it was going to be a big order. I called them yesterday before we were pulling up, and as we're showing up, or as we're about 2 hours out, I get a call saying that they turned it away and that it's being sent back to our manufacturer. And obviously that's a really expensive cost because you pay for shipping twice, that means, and it's a bunch of boxes. And so I was pissed off after they told me, and they called me like, oh, all we can do is say we're sorry. We can't do anything besides just say we're sorry. We can't do anything for you. I'm like, you can't do anything? It costed us freaking choke load of money, bro. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't do anything? They're like, oh, yeah, sorry. It's just like, for them, stuff just rolls over.
Oh, yeah. So Joe's already pissed. So we canceled our reservation, which they didn't like. They didn't let us cancel it. And then they were going to charge us the full thing and printed it out. And Joe asked, like, hey, like, how much am I going to have to pay? And the lady's like, full price. And Joe's like, what? And she's like, too late. It's too late. It's nighttime. And we're like, okay, but we just got here. And so she prints this thing and she tells Joe to sign. And Joe's like, what am I signing? She's like, just sign. Just sign. And he's like, I'm not signing without knowing what I'm signing. Anyways, long story short, we got out of there. It was pretty ridiculous. We have some people that want to jump on.
It was the worst hotel, though.
I'll get out. Dude, sit.
It was the worst hotel we'd ever been to.
Hop on down.
What's up, boss? Really quickly, say your name into the mic here.
I'm Sean Gould.
Which team are you with?
I'm on Richmond Volleyball Club 16-1s.
Okay, sweet. What position?
I'm the setter.
Hey.
I have a question,
the best
my man,
position.
Sean.
Yep.
Sean, first of all, you've never heard of us before, which we love that, actually. And Jake basically just pulled you from the crowd. Yeah, our cameraman.
Yep.
He just came up to you. What did he do?
He asked me if I wanted to be on y'all's podcast.
And you're like, screw it, why not?
Yeah.
I have a question. You're from the East Coast, right?
Yep.
What are your thoughts on West Coast volleyball and West Coast players?
Well, it's always a challenge. There's a lot of smack between East Coast and West Coast
What do you
teams.
say to them?
Well, they say we're not very good, but we like to show them that East Coast can come out and play.
You beat a lot of West Coast teams?
Oh, yeah, a lot
Who's
of them.
better, East Coast or West Coast?
East Coast.
Why?
We can bring it to them. West Coast got more reputation, but East Coast, we can play.
Okay, how about this? When you play, what's the worst thing? Well, first of all, what's a stereotypical West Coast kid? Like volleyball player?
Blonde hair, tan, beach boy, surfer.
I like it.
Ugly beard.
What's
Oh, yeah.
a stereotypical East Coast kid?
Lanyards around their necks.
Tall, muscular, attractive.
Really?
Oh,
All
yeah.
the above?
Really?
Every one of them.
Wow. Okay. What about the Midwest? What do you got? How do you feel about the Midwest? Yeah, yay or nay?
Not too good. Nay.
Why?
Don't like him.
Why?
Ugly.
Ugly?
Big and
You don't
ugly.
like
Big
them because
ugly
they're
guys.
ugly?
They're so nice though. They're
I
so
don't know.
funny.
Not to me.
Really?
Okay.
Did something happen? Was there an event?
No, we get competitive with a lot of them, so I like playing them. But
Do you prefer, like, who do you not like more, West Coast or the Midwest?
I think we're a lot more competitive with West Coast teams, so I'd rather play a West Coast team.
What about like South teams from the South?
We're gonna play a couple teams from Arizona. I've never played, or we just played a Florida team, and they were really good. It was fun playing with them, but we should play an Arizona team next, which I'm really looking forward to.
All right, my man. Hey, thanks so much for hopping on, my man.
No problem. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Thanks,
brother.
boss.
Thanks, boss.
It's so funny. It's
That was
awesome.
our second guest.
Yeah, it's also kind of cool seeing like.
It's good getting people on that don't know the show too.
1,000,000%.
I think it's better. I think it's almost better.
We're sending
that way.
Jake literally behind
Jake
the cameras
is
right
getting
now.
guys
Jake
right now.
Jake, I must say, our camera guy is like, he is the most committed guy.
Another one.
The most committed guy we could possibly have.
Oh, he's my man. Hold on, my man. I'm Gage.
I'm Joe.
I'm
Yeah.
Micah.
Say your name into the mic for us.
My name's Sutton. Sutton Madison.
Sutton. Okay. Which club are you with?
Blue Steel.
Blue Steel.
16.
Whoa,
Name
Blue
our
Steel. I'm
sweatshirt
wearing
right
Blue
there.
Steel right now.
That's the name of our sweatshirt right now. Have you heard of us before by chance?
No, sir.
I'm glad to hear about that. Actually, we like that. We like that. So, how old are you again?
12 actually.
You're 12?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Are you playing in the 12s division?
No, I'm
Okay.
actually kind of like subbing in for 16s. But
16s?
Good
What?
for you.
16s?
yeah.
Who put you who put you on the 16s?
Well, if someone gets hurt, that's when I'm playing.
Is your mom the coach or dad the coach?
Yeah.
I
My
figured.
mom runs the club.
Your mom runs the club.
So where are you from?
Illinois by St. Louis.
Illinois. So basically, we've been asking kids who have been on the podcast or who've been hopping on here, what are their thoughts on West Coast, East Coast, basically different parts of the nation, your thoughts on volleyball. What's a stereotypical West Coast volleyball player?
They got really long hair,
Right?
like flowy hair in the
Right.
back.
Like
Like
you.
I believe in you. Look at you, literally did the West Coast flow.
yeah,
thing
dude, you
there.
had the West Coast
Party in the
down.
back, short in the front.
Okay,
Party in the
I like
back.
that. I like that. All right, so what about like volleyball wise?
There are a lot of tall kids down the West Coast. Like
Right.
when we went to California, there were a lot of tall kids that I played against. But yeah,
Do you like
West
'em or-
Coast, they're pretty good. Yeah.
Do you like them though?
Yeah, they're cool.
Okay. What about East Coast kids?
Yeah, I think they're good.
What's-
I think like Florida kids are really good. Some like northern, East Coast kids are pretty good.
What's the top 3 states at volleyball?
Missouri.
What?
Yeah.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? Wait,
He's got some big time
who's in
class for
Missouri?
that.
Who's
We
in
got
Missouri?
HP St. Louis.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That makes sense then. Okay.
Okay.
Florida's really good.
Okay,
And I've-
Missouri,
yeah.
Florida, and then
I've been seeing a couple of I don't know what else I'm seeing. Some good at
you're missing a
Atlanta
pretty
teams.
big one.
You're missing the biggest one.
I'm not sure. Oh, New Jersey.
No! What do you mean, New Jersey?
We just played in New Jersey.
West Coast.
Oh,
Think
New
about West
Jersey.
Coast.
Oh, West Coast. I
No,
thought you
all.
said East Coast.
No, all the
got
nation.
you.
I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
wow.
No, in the entire U.S.
California.
California's 1?
Yeah.
Who's 2?
Florida.
Okay, who's 3?
Alabama. I'd say
Alabama?
I'm sorry, Alabama?
What men's volleyball players are coming out of Alabama?
I don't know.
What do you?
What are you basing this off of? All right.
So you
We'll take it.
you play beach volleyball
Yes, sir.
and you won something recently. I heard. I was
Last
just
year
informed.
we won the 12U national championship.
Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations, my man. That's awesome.
That's where'd you guys play?
Alabama. We played.
Where all the best
Okay.
volleyball players come
So
from.
that's where the
Yeah,
best volleyball.
Huntsville. We played
Huntsville.
in Huntsville.
Okay.
Okay. Right on, man.
Congratulations.
Congrats. We're stoked to have the
Thank you.
national champion on here.
Hey, thank you
So
so
talk
much for
about
hopping on, brother. Thank you,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Congrats.
We appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks,
Good luck
Sonny.
this week. Good luck this week.
Appreciate it.
Anyone else want to hop on? They can hop on. Alabama. I've never heard that before. Alabama.
Interesting takes.
It's interesting to hear other people's, like, obviously not from California or the West
Right,
Coast,
right.
like,
It's a
they're
different
like,
perspective.
Like, for example, when you think of volleyball, like everything east of California is like just East
Dude,
Coast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jake's gonna go run and go get another guy, but just gonna go find.
Hey, get a female, maybe.
Hey, get Nalu here.
Oh, here we go.
Get
We got
Nalu.
some sass
Get
boys.
Nalu. Nalu
Spike and
banger.
serve.
Hop on, Nalu.
We got to find a college coach.
Hop on, boys.
Oh yeah. Here we go. We got another guest coming
Get
in
the
here.
mic over here. Y'all can hop on.
boys?
Hop on, boys. Hop on. Hey, hop on the seat. Hop on the seat.
You have one more, no? You have one more, no?
What's up, boys?
Yeah, I just showed up. I told you 8 o'clock. I'm not gonna be there.
We're demolished them.
All right, well, hey, boys, state your names. State your names. This is the mics. Try and speak into it as much as possible. Names.
My name's Adam. My name's Nalu.
My name's Harrison.
Okay, boys, where are you from? Where are you from?
Hawaii.
Okay. So we've been asking kids that have been hopping on the podcast here their thoughts of different regions of volleyball. What do you guys think of the stereotypical, and what are your thoughts on California players?
I don't like them.
Why not? Speaking.
Nah.
Why not?
I don't
They're
like
really cocky.
Cocky.
They think they're really good.
They underestimate us.
Are they good though?
Yeah,
So
they are good. Yeah, they are good.
So they estimate themselves
But they are
evenly.
good.
Yeah.
So are they overestimating themselves or no?
Yeah.
At times.
Yeah, at times.
Okay. What does a stereotypical California player look like?
Tall,
White,
Long hair,
Tall,
middle part.
skinny.
Middle part. Hey,
middle
don't read the
part.
middle part. That's
middle
that's
part.
it right there.
Like
Jose
Sterling.
Clemente. Okay. What do you guys think about the Midwest?
Midwest. Where's the Midwest?
That's what I'm talking about, boys. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I tried to
You know,
tell
you haven't played
people.
any Midwest teams?
No.
HB St. Louis?
Nope.
What about-
Chicago.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
You've never played a
Sports
Midwest team in your
performance?
life.
Nope.
No.
Never played them yet.
What about the East Coast then?
What
about the
age?
East
What
Coast?
age group?
15s.
Okay. I feel like the Midwest comes later. No.
Yeah, they grow later, I
Yeah,
guess. No, you're right. You're
Midwest
right.
kind of at 12s. There's like no Midwest teams.
That's a good point. All
And
right.
then like 16s, you got like Milwaukee and all those kinds of guys.
Okay, what about East Coast? Oh my God, you guys are savage.
You guys, it's Hawaii versus California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hawaii on top.
What about Florida?
Have we played a Florida team yet?
Yeah, we did.
Okay,
Ocean
name
Bay.
me a team you
Yeah.
guys have played that's not from California.
Ocean Bay.
Ocean Bay.
Name me another one. That's too easy.
Well, they're from
Milwaukee.
Florida.
Milwaukee, that's a Midwest team. That's a Midwest team.
Milwaukee.
Where's Milwaukee?
Honestly don't know.
To set things straight,
No.
East Coast?
Is it?
I mean, I guess everything
I was
east
the
from
same
you.
way as these guys.
We just
I didn't know where anything was. I knew where
East Coast is
California
Midwest.
was and nothing else.
That's fair. Okay.
The top 3 states at volleyball
Oh, we
Yeah.
played
in
in
the
Ohio.
U.S.
Hawaii,
Hawaii 1.
California.
Hawaii's better than
California
California?
too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
All
right.
right. When's the last time a Hawaii team won a national championship?
This year.
This
All
year.
right,
Bro,
guys.
This year.
This year.
I'm
Tomorrow.
serious.
Tomorrow.
This year. You.
All right, no, not. All right. We had all right. Not actually University of Hawaii. I'm talking about junior level.
Tomorrow.
Oh,
All right.
Us.
I'm
Damn.
talking about
Tomorrow.
Them. We're going to have them back.
Were you guys the last person to win an open national
I
championship?
don't know. How would I know?
No, we had some SAS teams win.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had club teams win, not open.
Yeah.
though.
Not open.
California teams have been winning for a while now.
I know.
What are your thoughts on that?
I'm getting sick of it.
Yeah. We're gonna
Well, then
end
take
it.
it.
California wins
Yeah,
every
but,
year.
but
make it happen.
Compared to the size of Hawaii, how good we are is more impressive than how big California
Yeah, but
is.
we're asking the best states though.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so you got
Yeah, but
Hawaii,
can
you got
still say
California.
Hawaii's 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
California.
Don't change your mind.
California.
Yeah. California 2.
Yeah.
And who's 3?
Florida.
Florida.
Or Texas.
Yeah.
Florida or
Texas.
Texas?
Who
For
do you
men's
know who's
volleyball?
from Texas?
Some beach players. There's some beach players.
Okay, that's fair. All right, what's the worst thing you guys ever said to someone across the net? Last question here.
Sit down.
Sit down.
My brother's watching.
Hey, good eye. How's it, bro?
Anything?
Nothing?
Any of you guys got a yellow card?
Yeah.
For what?
I forget. I think I kicked the ball or something.
Oh my god.
Really? Like,
Wait, last thing,
you
last
found
thing.
the wall?
Last
I
thing.
kicked the ball.
Oh, the ball.
Last thing. We were talking to Nalu yesterday. This is Nalu. And Nalu had a service run. Nalu, tell us about that. What was the score yesterday?
25 till 5.
And what did you serve until?
14-0.
14-0.
Yeah.
How many aces?
How many aces? 10. 10 aces.
This guy had 10 aces. Dog. What age group?
Jake.
15s.
Bro, how can you have 10 aces, 15s? Are you hitting it like, how fast do you think you're hitting it?
What a number on it.
Have you ever done a radar gun?
No.
You hitting harder than your brother?
Yeah.
Good man.
Easily.
Like right
Harder
now?
than Kanai.
No, you don't. I dig
course I
yours
do.
and his balls. You're not as. So sorry.
I hit harder than him.
Okay, hot take.
All right, boys. Hey, thanks for hopping on, boys. Thank you, boys.
Appreciate it, boys.
Good luck. Hey, you guys better win tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we got
You guys
you.
better win
Come
tomorrow.
watch our games.
I will.
Hawaii on top, Hawaii on top.
Watch us against 9 for 9.
Will do.
10,
guys.
huh?
12.
11.
Well, we gotta beat
guys.
Wade first.
No, 11's against Wade.
Wait,
We're after.
11 is the next game.
We're at 10.
10. Yeah, 10.
All right. We'll see if we got anybody else coming here.
Yeah.
Let's see if Jake's.
Wait. Well, let's talk about it from our perspective.
Okay.
Gage, what would you say? The top
Hawaii.
5. The top 5.
Top 5?
Top 5.
So obviously we're not gonna have a great. We're not gonna have. Obviously outside of the top 2 or 3, we're not gonna have a greater understanding because we haven't been in the club volleyball scene for a little while.
Right.
So he said
You
Texas.
can even base it off of where college kids are coming out of, or national team athletes.
Number 1's California, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. 2 is where it gets tricky. I can see Hawaii at 2 because of the players it does produce. Florida's been emerging though.
Are you serious? You're gonna put Florida above Hawaii?
I wouldn't know. I would not put Florida. The only thing that I would consider
true. I
in
don't
front
know.
of Hawaii is a
Midwest,
an
Wisconsin.
Illinois or Wisconsin.
Okay, so
maybe.
I have a question.
Oh wait, what are we comparing?
Let's ask
like
the
for all
quality
time, all
or the
time?
numbers.
Just the best. But I
Of
mean,
all time.
if you have
Like-
a lot of numbers that aren't very great, then that's not good.
Wait, are you saying, like, for example, guys in the national team? Are we counting that as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay, then Hawaii for sure. Okay.
Right.
Hawaii is second.
That's
for
got to
sure.
be second.
Hawaii's
Hawaii's got more beach people than California that are play on the FIVB World Tour. We
Wait,
have
you're talking about
Tri, Trevor, and Taylor.
Are you talking about current?
Current.
You're talking just men's side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Name me a California guy that's in the top 3 teams in the U.S.
Where's Jake Gibb from?
I think he's from Utah.
Phil's from Florida. Nick's from Florida.
Nobody.
That's true.
And name me on the national team, on the Olympic team, people from California.
T. Sander.
TJ Falco. Kyle Ensing.
Gotta go through the roster.
David Smith.
Who's in the middles? Taylor Averill?
No.
Oh, on the Olympic roster?
roster.
Oh, okay.
And meanwhile, TJ and Kyle are new. On the last Olympic roster, there was probably just as many Hawaii people as
I'd
California.
say emerging-wise, California is going to have the most, obviously. Because Hawaii, outside of you, like Tui and Evan, I don't think it's going to be producing, that I see right now, anything that's going to be in the nationals anytime soon.
Okay.
So, old school,
and
older school?
all time, Hawaii's got to be second or first.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to
Second.
be. With the history of...
Second.
Okay.
100%, I agree. All right, we got some more people on. Hop
Okay.
on, boys. Hop on,
What's up, boys?
Hop on, boys. Hop on. Don't be shy. Move
How's
the
it
mic
going?
over, little mic.
I'm Joe.
Hey, I'm Gage, by the way, boys.
I'm Joe.
Gage. Nice to meet you guys.
Micah, nice to
Hey,
meet
first
you.
thing first, you guys have any idea what we are by chance?
No.
Good man.
Hey, can we get your name and your guys' team in the mic
Rockstar
really fast?
14s.
Yeah, I'm
Try to speak up as
Joaquin-
much as possible.
I'm
Just straight in
Joaquin
the
Jones, and I'm on Rockstar 14s.
mic. Right
I'm
on.
Conor Spriggs, and I'm also on Rockstar 14s.
Right on. What positions we got here?
I play outside or back row.
Yeah, I play libero.
Sweet.
Okay. So we've been going around asking people, what do you think about the East Coast volleyball scene and players? When you think about East Coast, what do you think about their volleyball players?
It's not that good.
It's not that good?
Yeah.
And you guys are from California?
Yeah.
It's not that good. What about Midwest?
Even
We
worse.
haven't played
Even worse. This guy said it's not that good.
Why
and
is
then
that?
even
Why
worse.
is that? Why is that?
Yeah, we've never seen a good team from the Midwest or back east.
Never.
Facts.
Yeah.
Never.
Where is the
Never.
Midwest?
It's like the middle of the U.S.
Good point. Name a team from the Midwest.
Texas or Arizona.
Texas or Arizona?
Texas is in the most south part of the U.S. Arizona's like southwest.
Okay, we like it though. Okay. What about Hawaii?
Oh yeah, Hawaii.
Hawaii's
They're pretty good, but we haven't seen any
Okay.
good teams this year.
Okay, so you have a little bit of respect for Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii's good.
Okay, so you would say that if you were going to say the top 3 states in the U.S. at volleyball, you would say California's first.
Yeah, probably.
What would you say is second?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. What would you say is third?
That's a tough one.
I don't know.
Puerto Rico is really good.
Puerto
That's not
Rico,
good.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, that's
Oh
good.
wow, it's a sleeper.
It's not really a state, but yeah.
Right. Okay. I like that though. We'll take that. Puerto Rico.
That's a good answer.
Puerto Rico,
Probably like
when
the
they're
best
young.
answer we've gotten.
Yeah. For young like age groups, Puerto Rico is arguably the best.
Yeah.
Arguably the best.
Not
their
anymore.
age.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
At their age, for sure.
Is Puerto Rico like some of the best teams?
We beat them, but barely.
Okay. Are you guys, what are you guys seated in this tournament?
Number 1.
Number 1, I had a feeling. Have you guys lost yet?
No.
How'd you guys do last year? Last year was COVID.
Yeah.
How'd you guys do the last time you were at Nationals?
I got 3rd. I don't know about him.
Yeah, I didn't end up playing in 12s.
Okay. So this is your first Nationals.
Yeah, I guess.
What do you think about it?
It's pretty fun.
Yeah? And you guys are on your last day?
One more day after this.
One more day after this. And so far you guys are doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Rockstar 14s. We're going to be on the lookout for them.
When's
Apparently,
the finals?
Saturday.
Tomorrow.
We'll be on court 45
Okay.
right now.
Court 45. Okay, we're going to be on the lookout for you guys. Thanks for
Alright.
coming on the pod.
Thanks,
Appreciate
boys.
it.
Thanks, boys. All right, that was probably those.
Yeah, that was a really good. I forgot about Puerto Rico for young teams.
Yeah, but also, like obviously the age of the kids gonna differ.
Oh, 1,000,000%. At that age, Puerto Rico is probably the best answer. I mean, if you're going to consider it
Got some more. Got some more.
part
Hop
of
on.
the U.S.
Come on in.
We got Chicago Slunks. We got the Chicago flag Slunks. Absolutely.
Come on in. Come cruise, bro.
We got the Chicago flag Slunks.
I got a few questions.
Really quick, hey, can we get your guys' name and team and positions?
I'm Mason Kohler. We're from 630, 16-2s. I'm a middle.
My name's Nick Koch. I'm on the same team as him, and I'm a center.
Okay.
All right. So we've been asking a lot of people, a lot of kids. We get a lot of West Coast kids here. What their thoughts on Midwest volleyball is, and a lot of them say not so great. Well,
What do you guys have to say about
Yeah,
that?
exactly. What's your rebuttal?
I think we're underrated. I think there's a lot of underrated teams that come from the Midwest that just get overlooked.
Why is that?
Because it's not. I mean, Cali teams just have
They're stuck
clout.
up.
They got the
status.
They're stuck up.
they have a status.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? A social status. You know what I'm saying?
What do you guys think about the West Coast teams?
West Coast teams,
California and stuff.
They're good.
Yeah, but-
They're good for a reason.
Yeah, but what negative? Any negative aspects to them or no?
What do you think?
They just think they're better than everyone else.
And are they?
Possibly.
most of the time.
Most of the time.
That's what we've been getting.
Not that.
Everyone doesn't like them because they think they're like the best.
they
And
are,
then people
yeah.
keep saying but they are the best.
No, it's
Okay.
just like their ball control, everything is so like amazing compared to ours.
Why?
They're
Why do you
scrappy.
think that is?
I think they
grow up on the sand. I
Yeah,
mean,
they grow up from sand. They play sand from birth, I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
they go to indoor when the weather's not perfect. You know what I mean? So they have all. I mean, they don't have all 4 seasons like we do.
So what's the like you said they have access to all these beaches and all this ball to play beach volleyball and forms their ball control. What's the access like in Chicago in the Midwest? Or and obviously the 4 seasons, but there are indoor courts. But what's the biggest thing holding back Midwest teams from competing with those West Coast from a young age and up?
I don't think we get volleyball is available from the get-go from that.
It's not as big of a sport in the Midwest as it is in
100%.
the West. Like it's still growing in the Midwest.
Right.
Like there's not
Yeah.
there's not a lot of clubs in the Midwest. There is a lot, but
it's growing.
Yeah, it's just they just started. Our club just started 2 years ago. So
And we good as hell. That's all I gotta say.
Good man. Well, boys, thank you so much for hopping on, boys. I hope you have the best of luck today.
Thank you.
Go get
Thank
this
you.
West Coast team's
Huge fan,
ass.
huge fan.
Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Appreciate it, boys.
Thank you.
We got
one more?
we got a
Hop
legend.
on.
We got a legend.
Hop on. Come around.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Hop on this side.
Can you come on? Can you come
Wanna
on?
go on the podcast?
Can we get some questions?
We're literally recording right now. Hop on. Yeah, this
Oh,
is the
yeah.
podcast. Awesome. Hop on.
You're in.
Oh, you good? No, I'm right here.
No.
The stars right
That's my thing.
Really quick, we go name and then program you're with.
Matthew Pollock, Pepperdine University.
Matty P. Matty P.
Played with these guys a couple summers ago. That was real fun.
Yes, sir.
Good summer. But
Matt, where are you from?
originally from Southside Chicago.
Okay.
Then went to Pepperdine, graduated 2012. Played 7 years overseas, and then just finished my second year playing.
Where'd you play overseas?
A little bit all over. So started in Finland, Switzerland, Portugal, Italy, Germany, but living in Austria. So.
Okay, what's your favorite place you've played?
Probably Italy, just because the culture was the volleyball culture and all that, and then the food is awesome. I was living just north of Rome, so it was cool too.
Oh wow. Okay, but the Austria I've heard is beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Especially where I was in the Alps.
Okay.
So it's like this is like a really cool town. A lot of like young people doing like fun stuff outside and all that. So it's really good.
So we've been going around asking people questions about the Midwest, East Coast volleyball.
Yeah.
What do you think about when you think about East Coast volleyball?
Well, so at Pepperdine we had 3 New York guys playing for us this year.
Okay.
Just great guys, like working hard, good families, all that. Obviously, that's could be from wherever. Yeah. But New York guys, man.
Okay. What about the Midwest?
Being a Chicago guy, man. I mean, like I love how it's like just seeing the sport grow.
Yeah.
A lot of clubs out here right now.
Yeah.
So especially. So I graduated 2008 from high school, and it's changed a lot since then. It's really cool. Really cool.
So from a coach's perspective, right, like I said, we've been asking a lot of the younger kids here, and obviously it ranges through age. Like, what are the thoughts on the East Coast versus the West Coast? When are you getting kids from the East Coast and the West and the South?
Yeah.
So we asked this last people. They're from Chicago here, and they were talking about how like, what sets the California teams apart from the other teams is obviously their access to the beach and stuff. But from a coach's perspective and what you're looking for, what's the biggest thing? Because California obviously is the top state for volleyball right now. Would you agree?
Yeah, sure.
So what sets those California kids apart from a young age, from the youth level, from the Midwest, from the East Coast teams, and something that needs to improve on the Midwest and the East Coast, or maybe even in California?
Man, that was a big question right there.
Loaded question here.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. So like if you look at some of the great clubs, so like Balboa Bay, they got an awesome coaching staff in place that's been there for such a long time.
Right.
And then like these kids, they go from 15, 16, 17s with the same coach. That's the 15th coach, 16th coach, 16th coach going on. And I think obviously the coaching is huge out there. I'm not saying that the Midwest isn't, but just like the institution that they have, just talking about them in general is pretty sweet.
Right. It's always pretty interesting asking kids like what are their thoughts on them.
Yeah. Wait, what are they even saying?
Well, for which ones? Because we've been asking like different questions for different people. Like for example, the Midwest teams say that the West Coast teams are really cocky, which they can be for sure. The West Coast teams say they don't even know where the Midwest is, and the East Coast is a joke. And I guess, for example, I was like, what do you guys played? What was it? Was it the
Rockstar kids?
What did we just ask them?
We were like
the Midwest.
Who have you played so far from the Midwest? Like, yeah, we played some people from the Midwest, like Texas, Arizona.
Like they have no idea.
That's good.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just continue on.
And then the Hawaii kids are just they
represented well. Yeah. They represented well.
But basically everyone says that California's cocky, and we're like, well, are they the best? And they're like, well, they are the best. But they say that the game is growing in the Midwest. So we find that pretty interesting from a young age.
Yeah. Chicago kids, hands down, are like the funniest kids also. We talk about that all the time on the pod.
Dude, volleyball kids are the best. Just a bunch of clowns. I love it.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thanks for hopping on very much.
Well, let's go get better.
Keep up the good work, guys. You guys are killing it, Coach. You guys know that. So.
Thanks, boss.
Yep.
Right on. Matty P, the legend.
So let's continue our own conversation of it. The top 5 states.
Oh, did I go yet?
Yeah.
All right. California.
Okay.
Hawaii.
Okay.
Like over there, like a girl or something.
There's a lot of love in the. I gotta say Illinois because a lot of people come from Illinois right now for Spry and stuff like that. And
we're gonna try to get a sibling on here. We want to ask them about their funny questions about their brother or something here.
So, the 4th is hard because I want to say Wisconsin, but there's not big, like youth-wise is big, but in terms of players in the top right now, not very big at all.
Right.
So I'm gonna say Florida is number 4.
Okay.
5, I'll say New York for Rochester boys.
Okay. I would say California is 1. Hawaii is 2. 3, I would go with.
Dude, Pennsylvania.
3, I would go with. Man, okay, 3, I'm gonna go with Illinois because I think Chicago does produce a lot of good players, and it's a pretty big state. 4, New York, and 5, Pennsylvania. New York is slept on. I think a lot. There's a lot of good players from New York. A lot that people don't even realize.
All right, come on, ladies. Come on. Joe, move over a little. Make sure they're in camera here. Come on down. Don't worry, we don't bite. One here, one there.
Okay.
All we asked this week. Are you coming on?
What's up? Yeah. What's up, girls? I'm Joe.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. I'm Joe.
Micah.
I'm Gage. Nice to meet you guys.
I'm
Micah.
I'm Gage. Nice to meet you. First things first, can you please say your name and what your affiliation is? Do you have a brother here? Do you have a sister or dad or what's going on here?
Okay, so my name's Ryan Gunderson and I have a brother here.
Okay. What's his name?
Noah Gunderson.
Speaking of you, Noah.
Noah, we're looking for you.
And my name is Brindley, and I have a brother. His name is Kyler.
Okay.
Are they on the same team, your brothers?
Yes.
Where are you guys from?
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Oh, we were just
Have you heard of Pottstown?
Yes.
Did you guys just come from there?
Yes.
Really?
They won.
They won?
Yes.
What age group?
16s.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Okay. Congratulations. Okay, so obviously, first of all, were you here dragged against your will to come to this tournament, or did you have a choice?
I kind of had a choice.
I had a choice.
Yeah.
You had a choice? But do you guys enjoy these tournaments?
Yeah.
You guys enjoy? I mean, do you guys play volleyball yourself?
Yes.
So how is it? I mean, because I know usually you see siblings, right? I'm sure you guys are peppering on the side or whatnot. But I mean, how is it coming to these tournaments all the time? Do you guys enjoy it a lot, or does it kind of get kind of boring at times?
I enjoy it when it's like their team playing, but I hate when there's like teams before it that have to play.
So you don't like watching anyone else play?
Yeah.
What about you?
I like it, but it makes me want to play.
Yeah, oh yeah, the itch. The unscratchable itch that happens when you're playing these tournaments, for sure.
So who is better at your? So are you guys younger sisters? I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
So are you guys better than your brothers were at your age?
My brother just started playing like 2 years ago, so I am.
So you are better.
Yes.
Okay. And what positions are you guys?
I'm a libero.
I'm not allowed to play club because I have a twin sister and my parents think it's too expensive for all of us to play.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Dang. So you're gonna play at school?
We don't have a school team.
So you don't get to play at all?
I'm allowed to join when I'm in 9th grade.
Okay. Wow.
And that's how many years?
1 year. I'm in 8th grade
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
So
So
1
it's
year
not
away.
that bad, but.
Okay. Sweet. You have a twin sister. Where's
Yes.
she?
She's somewhere over there.
Okay. Right on. And what's like the most embarrassing thing you've seen your brother do like on the volleyball court? Or like the worst thing he's ever done on the volleyball court? Has he ever gotten like carded or something before?
No, he slips though.
He slips?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's kind of like, he's clumsier. He's just.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah.
What about her?
Yeah, you gotta go too.
Someone dove, and then he like jumped over the person that dove to play the ball.
He what?
Someone dove to get the ball, and then he jumped over the person.
He jumped over them? Okay. He does that a lot too.
Were you ever like embarrassed? Were you guys like, oh my god, that like cover your face? Like that's not my brother. Like,
Would you ever play a co-ed tournament with your brother?
Yeah.
You would play?
Yeah.
You wouldn't fight?
No.
Okay. Is your older brother nice to you?
Yeah.
Both of you? Okay.
Oh, awesome.
That's good then.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not the answer most of the time.
Who are you guys' least favorite teams? Like, is there teams that you guys like when you see them, you're like, oh, we don't like them?
Not really.
These loving people, Micah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
Well, girls, thank you so much for hopping on the podcast today. You guys have a great day. Thank
You guys want stickers?
Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Sure.
Good
You guys
luck.
can check out. Have you ever heard of Out of System?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
That's
Really?
cool.
How'd you hear of
What?
us? How'd you hear of us?
Just like my dad talks about it a lot. He was
Really?
really into volleyball. Yes.
Can we give a shout out to your dad right quick?
Yes.
What's his name?
Edwin.
Edwin?
Edwin
What?
Gunderson.
Yes.
Thank you, Micah. Shout out to Edwin Gunderson. Thank you so much for the shout out. Thank you girls so much
Let
for
him know you
hopping
came on the podcast. We'll
I will.
post this tonight so you guys can check it out
All
on our
right.
YouTube. Okay?
Thank you, girls.
There's a ref in his ref outfit.
Bro.
Playing cross net right across from us against
Get that on the story.
maybe
Check our story out.
no older than 12-year-olds.
He looks, that's Jared Leto.
Who's that?
You know who Jared Leto is?
No. Am I supposed to?
Wait,
That's Jared Leto.
Hey, you think this is boyfriend and girlfriend or sister and brother here?
Ooh.
We should get a boyfriend-girlfriend combo on. They look dating, yeah? They
That's
have-
Jared Leto.
They're dating. They
Yeah,
have
I
to-
think so.
Is it weird to ask boyfriend, girlfriend, or?
No.
They don't want to hop on. They're shy. When they
Okay.
come on, I feel like we're pretty good at making it
If
comfortable.
you can't handle the heat, get out
Don't
of
go
the
on. Obliterate someone when they come on. Get on there. Oh, can't say that. Live on the air. Live on the air.
Okay,
Hot
wait, we
mic,
haven't
mic
heard
on.
Joe's top
Yeah,
5
Joe,
states.
top 5.
Top 5, California, Hawaii. After that, I'm gonna go Illinois, Wisconsin, Missouri.
Missouri.
The Midwest.
Name me one person.
I'm just saying from the club level, like the top club team.
Yeah, but it's overall.
We're looking at the club level.
No. Again, overall volleyball. That's what we talked about.
Sorry, you know I just totally forgot Florida. I'd put Florida in the 5 over
Uh-huh.
Missouri. I totally forgot about Florida. I'd put Florida in the 5 over Missouri.
So name your top 5 again. I'm talking overall, Joe.
What, you're talking about club volleyball?
No, we are not.
Isn't that what we're talking about here?
No, he asked
Overall. You talking? I thought.
What's going on around here?
Overall.
Then I would say the same.
Same.
Because outside of California, Hawaii, I mean, to be honest, Pennsylvania has a crap ton right now.
Yeah.
New York, actually, with Matt.
Yeah, no, New York has a lot. New York has a lot.
More than I realized. I don't know. It's hard because it's so. Outside of California, Hawaii, it's really difficult. I say.
Yeah, I think you'd get one player from random places. We have people from Aaron Russell from Maryland, Max Holtz from Ohio, like just random. Is there anyone else from some interesting states on the national team?
Besides that, not right now. Pennsylvania with Mitch.
Where's Jake Haynes from?
No, Ultimate's from Chicago. I played him.
Okay.
Chicago.
I actually hit against him.
It's a big boy.
Beat him pretty good. I'm just gonna.
That guy can bring it. That guy can absolutely.
Who's the hardest serve you've ever faced, Gage?
Gabby.
Really?
He won 81.
Well, yeah, but it can. If he hits it really hard, doesn't mean that he's the hardest server.
He's consistently the hardest server. Him and TJ. When people ask
I've asked you this before.
I haven't faced like top international.
Right.
So hopefully hopefully in the next few years that answer changes.
Yeah. It might. Or it might not. Those are 2 really good servers.
Yeah, true. Very good point. I think Jake. Should we wrap it up, boys?
Yeah. I think we got a solid one.
Hey, Jake, come here. We're good. Jake, come here. I want to give a shout out to Jake Myers here. Jake, get on the podcast here.
Jake who?
Jake McSlunks.
Jake McSlunks here. Jake, we want to thank you so much. Well, first of all, how do you get all those people on the podcast?
What are you saying?
I'm literally just walking around and being like, hey, you guys want me on a podcast? They're like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, do you guys know what Assistant is? They're like, some of them, yes. But the ones that are most excited have no idea what Assistant is. That's awesome.
That's what we love. That's what we love. 1 subscriber, 1 follow at a time. Thank you so much, Jake. Jake's the cameraman, Jake McSlunks on the road. Guys, boys, thanks so much for having us, for joining us here. Joe?
This has been If You Can't Handle the Heat.
Presented by. You go. All right. No.
I think he was asking for your thoughts.
No.
Has this been If You Can't Handle the Heat?
Buy out his system.